It's July the 18th, 2022, Monday. It's supposed to be one of the hottest days of the year, if not one of the hottest days ever. I just want to show you this thermometer which I use for measuring temperatures. This is it. It's a 60s thermometer. It was invented by a fella called, I think it was called James VI in 1780. So they've been around a long time. And it's more often called a maximum and minimum thermometer. You can see it has two bulbs. This one and this one. This one is full of mercury. This one's got a space in it. And connecting the two is this glass capillary tube, a U shape. And inside the glass capillary tube is a column of mercury. Finishes there. You'll also notice these funny little blue things. They're made of steel. Little riders. There's one in this column and there's one in this column. And when the temperature rises, this alcohol expands and it pushes down on there and pushes this upwards. And that in turn pushes this little rider upwards. When the temperature falls and this mercury moves back down again, this little rider stays where it is, and it shows the maximum temperature for that day. You just measure it off at the bottom. And as it gets colder and this moves down, this column moves up and it pushes this rider upwards, and you'll notice that these numbers are the other way around. And this measures the minimum temperature for that particular day. So you get the maximum temperature and the minimum temperature. Now obviously before you do this, these little riders have to be sitting on top of the mercury. To do that, you use a magnet, and I'll do that now. So there we are, we're ready to go. So I'll put it back in its case and stick it back outside and see what the maximum and minimum temperatures are for today. I'll go out and have a look at them tomorrow. So there you can see yesterday the maximum temperature was 32 and the minimum temperature. So I'll reset these and the magnet, and we'll see what we get today, which is Tuesday the 19th, which is supposed to be hotter. Well, it's Tuesday the 19th of July, but a very hot Monday. It's supposed to be even hotter today. Let's go and have a look. It's 2:30. So inside the house it's a very comfortable 27 degrees Celsius. Surprisingly, the pressure seems remarkably low. Right down here. This is the highest pressure I've seen this year, so I just keep that pointer there. And not surprisingly, the humidity is 59%, which is, for this part of the world, is low. And last night the lowest temperature was 21. Which is 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So yes, it's quite definitely peaked, and it's beginning to fall away, leaving that little rider at the highest temperature it did reach. What I can't fully understand is why we have this massive cancellation of trains because of buckling track and problems with the overhead power lines. I've just looked at the temperatures in Madrid, in central Spain, and it hovers around the sort of high 30s, 40 mark for months. But they don't have this problem, neither in France or in Italy or Turkey. What is it? What's the difference between our rail infrastructure and their rail infrastructure? I mean, similarly, their roads don't melt. Why do ours melt and theirs don't? And of course, millions of us head south precisely because the temperatures are in the high 30s every year. All very confusing.